Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with Matt McGregor and Tone Vase. Wow, I'm looking at the price now, and it's falling like a stone. It's interesting. It's interesting to see. Tone, how are you, mate? Good morning.
Morning. My last full day here in Panama. Time to go
Welcome,
see.
ladies and gentlemen, to the Daily High with
Oh
Matt McGregor and
shit,
Tone
that's
Vase.
my bad. Where is that coming from?
Wow, I'm looking at the price now, and it's falling like a stone. It's
Hold on.
interesting. It's interesting to see. Tone, how are you, mate? Good morning.
Morning. My last full day. Got it. My bad,
Tone
man.
watches everything at
Uh,
2x speed, so you can.
yeah.
That's what it sounds.
And yeah, I'm gonna head for Memorial Day weekend, see some family, and then I got some travels: Texas, Vegas, Honduras, and a bunch of places. All right, let's get to those charts.
All right, I'll go first because the price is moving as we speak. I'm going to start on the 4 hour time frame today. I sent this to Tone, and I have amended it slightly because it was a little bit sharper. And I did it. I built it off. I just did this line off. I'm talking about this line right here. I did this line off the 1 hour time frame where it was absolutely perfect, but we did break through it right here. But then I went back and had a look at it on the 4 hour time frame, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks even better." Which I like it better on the 4 hour time frame anyway. To be honest, that's that's interesting for me. All right, that we've got this really good descending line here. It's not a it's not a bull flag or anything like that. I never try and say I'm an expert in patterns. All right, I've never ever made that claim before, but I don't think a bull pennant or a bull flag would have a lower low here. Okay, I think that's supposed to be higher highs. I think it's supposed to be pinching, where this is more like a downwards channel. Tone, you can correct me. I'm sure 1,000 people in the comments will correct me. But either way, I don't care about the bottom side as much as I care about this top side. All right. And we came really, really close to it here. I still think that we're going to retest the 30 simple moving average, is what I said in yesterday's show. I thought we'd get back down here. It looks like we're going to get really, really close to it here, which would be if I just put a line in to where that 30 simple moving average is. It's not ideal for me because it's, you know, sort of a double bottoming pattern, which would kind of lean more to this channel is going to continue. And I shouldn't be doing any kind of analysis on. I'm not qualified to do analysis on patterns like this, but I'm just eyeballing it right now. It's starting to look a bit more like a channel. How would you draw this channel, Tone? With like, you know, like it sort of comes together, but that means it would sort of go a bit lower to keep that channel going. I don't know.
Yeah, they call that a wedge. I'm not a big fan of wedges. Wedges like
Mm.
this are generally bullish patterns, but this is why I don't like wedges. To me, this has all the signs of a descending triangle that is trying to break down.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Earlier today at 69,200, right here, I added another 50K to my position. So my average entry, if you look right now, was 63 63,619. It's now 64,927. So I'm fairly heavy in this position right now. But on the 4 hour time frame, once again, if we stay above the 30 simple moving average here, I feel like it's a really good position to be in. We start coming below here, I'll start to look at the 50, and I don't want to see it go any lower than that. Like I'm not holding this position here much lower than the 50 simple moving average. I was very, very excited when we were getting back to the top, but I was aware of this position. I still think there's a really good chance that right there, there is it. We'll see. We'll see live on air.
We'll
That
see.
might be that might be a good buy right there, right now. And the only reason I'm thinking that is because it kind of makes sense in the 4 hour time from here. All that's fine. But I'm really interested to see later on in the show when Tone goes through pre-market, or it'll probably be the market we open right now on the S&P 500. It's got in pre-market, we were looking at the highest ever opening of a daily candle. So I'm interested in that, and we'll see. So that's the 4 hour right now as it stands. I'll go up the time frames right now. I'm going to get rid of this line. Oh no, I might leave the line in for now, but it's not that interesting on the other time frames. So we'll just have a look. Is my MRI not responding here? It was doing this last night. I don't know. I think my internet's a bit weak at the moment. It's taking a bit to load the MRI. There it is. Yeah, 12 hour is not it's not as positive as I want it to be with that green star candle. We'll see. Right now on the daily time frame, we are bang on that 7 simple moving average there. I don't want to go below that because once we go below that, we start to look for the next moving average, and that's all the way back down to my entry price. I'll be out of that trade if I have to, but I don't want to be. I want to stay in this trade. So I'm really hoping that this 7 simple moving average correlates really well with this 30 simple moving average, and we get somewhat of a resistance around here. It comes in really nicely with the channel here that we've got, but we're printing lower lows, lower highs. I'd like to see this bounce back up when S&P market opens. Finally, I'll just look at the weekly, see what shape we're in there, and then I'll call it. What have we got here? The week's pulling back, but there's 3 days and 11 hours left. There's a good chance that it could still end positive, but it's just too soon to tell. We have to wait and see. Tone, I'm coming back to you right now. As long as we end this week above the 7 simple moving average, which is exactly my entry right now, I'm happy. I'm happy as Larry to move into next week and the weeks to come. Tone, I'm coming back. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And before we go any further, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the group below, in the description below. We've got 2bit and BitGet. Please sign up for the Discord group, and it's free to join. It's a big community, and please join my team in the BitGet trading competition. It's going to be their annual World Cup trading competition. We're going to put 100, 200 people together, and we're going to take out first prize. Tone, what are you seeing, mate? Tell me.
All right, let's go and take a look at the charts. I'm going to start where Matt finished up. The weekly chart is pulling back. The green star candle is still intact. I would like to see the green star candle remain intact, but you will also now start to see the tone vase volume potentially turn red if we fall any further while the candle remains green. I do want to see the weekly chart come back up. I don't like seeing big shadows at the top of the candle. If we go to the last time this happened, that would have been the week of March 11th, and you can see how the following week we fell quite a bit, all the way down to 60. If we go back further, the prior time was the week of the ETF launch, January 8th, and you can see the following 2 candles, the following 2 weeks were not very good either, where the price overall fell from about 48,000 down to 38,000. That was a 25% move. So you don't want to see these shadows at the tops of candles. So by end of week, would like to see a little bit of a rally over the weekend. I know it's rare. It's harder for Bitcoin to rally over the weekend because the ETFs aren't buying, but the overall liquidity is a little lower. So it's possible, but a lot less likely. The allocation chart remains fully 100% bullish. That's not going to be in danger for at least for at least another week or two. It's the daily chart that troubled me since the moment that we hit the top of the horizontal channel 2 days ago on Tuesday with an MRI warning candle, knowing full well the MRI top is coming. I was kind of hoping we would go up a little bit and we would make the top on the MRI top candle, not the candle prior. But there is a reason why there is a warning arrow that shows up on the candle prior to be paying attention. I had stated very publicly that once the price of Bitcoin starts approaching that 70,000, and 70,000 being your absolutely last line in the sand before a more critical pullback. And for me, that pullback should not go lower than 67,000. It could, crash down below 67 for half a day, maybe, to touch the moving averages down at 65, but only a close below 67 would give me serious concerns that a much bigger correction is in the works. Now, anything above 67 is just a 1 to 4 candle correction off the MRI top. And, obviously, the sooner we reverse, the better. We're already, in the 1 to 4 day window. It's already the second day. And I don't want to see it, test 67. That would create some tough decisions. So hopefully we'll reverse sometime before going lower than 68. Let's go to the shorter term chart. This is the ugly part. So I had this line from before. This would have been my line where I would absolutely exit any daily type of trades. That would have been long. The 70,000 line, that has now been lost. We are dropping heavily right now. I don't like it. I'm going to move this line over. This is my current line in the sand for support. This line is sitting at 67,300, which is actually a good place for it to be because remember what I said, I don't want to see any closes below 67. So having a line at 67,300 as a line you don't want to cross before a much uglier correction sets in. There's not much support below that. There is everything kind of relies on that 67. Maybe down to 65 here. I mean, I guess, and you got a couple of levels. Let me make this shorter. Got a few levels you could support. Ideally, you hit these points in the corner. So on May 29th, you hit 67.3, but considering how much we fell today, 67.3 is likely to be hit today, not on not on May 29th. And this one is too soon, right? I'm not expecting us to fall to 65,000 today. What's up, Matt?
Just to jump in for a second, we've had a good day up until the last 2 hours, to be fair. Like it's been a good day into the last 2 hours. If you look at the hourly time frame, it's been building back to that descending triangle, whatever I looked at, and then there it is.
And it is a bit surprising that the stock market is falling so much this morning. Last night, NVIDIA reported earnings, and the earnings were very, very good. And the market rallied big time in aftermarket trading. And right now, this morning, it's all crashing down, but the 10 a.m. reversal is coming. So I'm not really sure what happened this morning. Maybe there was some economic news. I have not looked that up. But the stock market is kind of dropping this morning hard. The candle is still green in the futures market, considering last night's rise. And we'll glance at NVIDIA real quick. Ethereum is sitting right at resistance, and today is the day the SEC is likely to reject the ETF. So we wait on that, and that could be a nice boost to Bitcoin if all the Ethereum people exit Ethereum and go back into Bitcoin. And I do want to open NVIDIA and see how they're opening this morning because they went up a lot after market last night. The stock was up over $1,000, and it's way over 1,000 today. Wow. So NVIDIA is up big. Very strange why the overall stock market is dropping. I mean, Tesla is down a bit. Apple is down a bit. Netflix is down a bit, but nothing major. And NVIDIA is looking great. The rest of the stocks are pretty flat. I don't know. I think the Bitcoin markets are likely to reverse. Like Matt said, we are crashing kind of hard. And somewhere around 67, there's probably going to be a good bid into Bitcoin. That's pretty much it for me. Gold's dropping as well, has been very correlated with the S&P. Let me go to the 1 hour chart real quick on Bitcoin. I'll do it this way. Yeah, that's a nasty breakdown. I mean, this is a classic breakdown. Talk about this all the time. We had a false breakdown the other day. And now, once we approached that area again, the moment this red star candle showed up, it was over. So you have very clean support. Again, that 67 to 67.3, this entire area is a really good line of support. But the way we're crashing down, it can catch a bit there. That's where I would be looking. Below that starts to get concerning. But you never want to see things crash like that. This is a straight waterfall. Someone is selling big on exchanges. I don't know what that means. Maybe someone's ready to buy at a lower price. I have no idea. You don't want to see candles like that. That's $1,000 down, I think. What do we got on this candle? Already 1,300 down on this candle, 1,250. And it just dropping. Let's see the 10-minute chart. Well, an MRI buy should be coming in on the 10-minute chart.
We're about to hit the 50 simple moving average on the 4 hour time frame.
We discussed this in spaces yesterday. Like right now, everyone thinks that Ethereum is going to get an ETF, and then Solana will get an ETF, and then Doge will get an ETF, and BitConnect will get an ETF, and Hex and any other scam known to man. Which is why I always said that the SEC never wanted to create a Bitcoin ETF, because it opens the door to any scam known to man having an ETF, and the SEC is grossly incompetent. So we'll see what happens. I think they're going to reject the Ethereum ETF, but I think Joe is right. By end of this year, there will be an Ethereum ETF, and then they may have a problem. How do you hold back the Solanas and the BitConnects of the world from having ETFs? Oh, there it
Well,
is.
easy.
There's the MRI
Yep.
buy on a 10-minute,
Hmm.
but this candle needs to reverse. I would never catch this falling knife unless I see a reversal candle. So give me a reversal candle right here, and the entry comes in. Well, I'm getting that reversal candle, aren't I?
Well, it's because it just exactly touched on the 50 simple moving average on the 4 hour time frame. Well, I mean that could be coincidence, but that's what we were looking for. Um, but I wouldn't hold through that, and I said you could go back, watch my analysis from 10 minutes ago. I said I'm probably not going to hold this position through the 50 simple moving average, and we're on the 50 simple. So, Tone, we might have to wrap this show up.
Someone has to go back and close their trade, huh?
Maybe. I don't like to admit I'm wrong, but and I don't like to get out of trades when they've dropped $1,000 in 15 minutes either. So we'll see. I'll wait.
All right, I do want to wait for this candle to end. Yeah, I really want to see that's a reversal candle.
Me too.
So I have this green line right here. That would be my long falling knife entry point. But I need that line not right now. There's still 7 minutes left in the candle. I have to make sure this is a reversal candle. So I have to wait at least 4 more minutes before the entry. Or I have to enter a much higher level. Like I want to catch my perfect price. I like this candle. This is the reversal candle I was looking for. And this would be the entry right now. I would hate to do it with 6 minutes to go, but I would go long. So Matt,
Well,
don't exit that trade yet.
no, I'm not. I'm not going to exit the trade. Like if you go back, just quickly jump on the 4 hour time frame for a second and turn alpha numerics on. Oh, you got different moving averages. Doesn't matter. But that's what I was looking for.
No,
Right.
no,
I was looking for.
I don't have any moving averages, but if I turn them on, the 50 will be here.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for
Yeah.
there. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm more looking at the reversal candle on a 10-minute MRI. And my stop loss would be at the bottom of the candle.
Yeah, that's where I'll close the trade too. To be honest, because that's
Yeah,
below
I
the
see.
50.
Ideally, I want to enter uh with less time to go in this candle, like not now. Ideally, I want to make sure this candle is reversing,
Yeah.
but somewhere around here, I am somewhere around here at 68. I'm eyeing the bullish trade. It's rare I even try to catch a falling knife. I like the breakout trade personally, but if I was to try to catch a falling knife, this would be it. It would be around this area. And it's like we have different reasons, right? Like Matt is using the 4 hour, and I am going straight into the 10-minute time frame. How's the 1 hour looking?
What's
Yeah,
the
see, the
candle?
1 hour is very ugly on the MRI, so I didn't want to look at it. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. Got a pretty
Yeah.
big, yeah, a lot of viewers. We got 300 viewers right now. This is good.
I mean, I've got time to watch this candle. I got nothing else to say, but it's very interesting. For traders love watching this stuff.
Yeah, so it really depends where you got in. Like again, right now it would be great also, even better. Again, less time to go in the candle and the price is lower. So I would want to see this candle close right around 68K. And then next candle, get us above, let's say 68.2. And then I'll be confident that I go right into a break-even trade, right? So let me just assume that I enter at 68 even. And I'm gonna stop messing with the line. That's
And
the
just to
entry.
be clear, this trade needs to be positive immediately as well.
Yes,
Because
correct.
if this is a falling knife, you want to catch a falling knife, you need that thing to move immediately. You know, like
So
I'm not sitting, you wouldn't sit in that for, you wouldn't give that 10% leeway, you know.
correct. Now the risk on this trade is $300. Now you can leverage that as much as you like, but the risk on the trade is a $300 drop in Bitcoin price. So I would wait for the price. I would give it all the time in the world to either fall $300 or rise $300. Once it rises $300, I would then set a break-even stop loss to make sure, slightly above break-even to cover commissions, to make sure this trade doesn't lose me any money. Okay, so now is way better. 2.5 minutes to go. We're back at 68. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for, and the sooner we go up 300, the sooner I can set that break-even stop loss. So for now, my stop loss is still down here. And very happy with that 68 entry. Very happy with this candle too. The candle is definitely going to have a tone-based green volume spike, even on a
Can you
red candle. I want to see this
can you
candle close red. I want to see a red body candle with a green volume spike. Oh, the candle just turned green. I guess that's good.
bring up the S&P 500 at the same time on the 10-minute? We'll see what's happening there as well if you
Well, I'm
can.
sure we're having a 10 a.m. reversal there.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
This
That's the
is the
daily. Yep.
daily. Let's go to the 10-minute, 10 a.m. reversal coming in. The S&P should be reversing here on a 10-minute candle. The 10 a.m. candle coming in. I'll make it a 5-minute candle. So this is where I would be buying the S&P as well. This would be a beautiful trade for me. So this was my 10 a.m. trade coming in. I would go long the S&P futures right now. Well, I said it a little earlier, but and my stop loss. I don't know if I'll ever have as clean of a stop loss, like right there. Beautiful stop loss. I will go long here right at 10 a.m. Go back to Bitcoin.
Well, Bitcoin was underneath.
Oh yeah, it's true. I could have just done that too. But I have my lines over there. I have to draw new lines here again.
Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. But we know the price 68. We can
Yeah, we
watch.
know the entry price 68. Beautiful candle. So there's the S&P trade. Here's the Bitcoin trade. The S&P trade has very little risk.
Hmm.
Oh wow, only $3. That's great. That's
Yeah,
um
that's a
that's a
10,000, right?
that's $300 in risk on two S&P contracts, which are leveraged 50 to 1. So that's
Yeah, 50 to 1 trades.
so
Yeah.
all I need is for it to go up $3 for me to set a break-even stop loss on the S&P. Bitcoin line is at 68. That's close to 68. Stop loss here. No, we do have to wrap this up in a few minutes. So
I'm having
yeah,
fun.
this is the official one. We can come back to it tomorrow morning. Oh, I got to check my flight schedule tomorrow morning. The show may have to be earlier or yeah, no, we do need to do a show tomorrow. So I'll figure it out what's going on with my flight schedule.
All right, then we'll call it, and we'll see what happened tomorrow.
Oh,
And
boom, there it is. Look at the S&P. Look at the 10 a.m.
oh,
reversal on the S&P.
nice, nice, nice,
Done.
nice. What's
So
Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin up.
Bitcoin's gonna go up. So now my stop loss goes to break even. I don't need this anymore. So now this is how I used to trade. This was my day trading. So now I can set a profit take line somewhere up here, maybe. Profit take would be perfect. I wouldn't take all my profit. I would take like half. And then I would just keep raising my stop loss. So right now I would raise that stop loss at least a couple of dollars. I want to make sure that, you know, I make a few $100 on this trade no matter what. Beautiful 10 a.m. reversal. I wanna make at least $2. So $2, that's 200 on two contracts. You know, making $200 in 5 minutes. That's not bad. There's my stop loss. If it hits it, I would be out, and I can always re-enter. Hasn't hit it yet. There it is. It hit it. Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, I know.
No, but but you try, I like
That's
I
it,
could have
mate.
set
That's
that
it.
I could have set that stop loss higher. I could have, taken half my profit over here. That was 7.5. I used to wait for like a 10-point move before taking profit. So I almost made it. But that's a profitable trade. And now I would just wait. I'd wait for another opportunity.
Tone, I love the way you just said you have to try. I was talking to my wife like 2 days ago in the car, and we were just talking. I was in because I was in a really good trade, and I was up a lot of money. And I said to her, it's funny, like I could just take a few trades a year and make a lot of money or something like that. But like, why do I punish myself like day trading every day, win some,
Yeah, I
lose
don't
some? I'm staring
know.
like the idea of like staring at the market, watching like 5 minute candles move all day, and then in 1 minute, in 1 hour, they crash, and you give away all the hours that you stared at the screen and everything. But I said to her like it's sort of like I have to play. It's a game for me. It's a sport. I don't have the ability just to pick the few trades that are going to be winners. I have no idea which trades are going to be winners. I have to play the game all the time have a sort of a finger on the pulse of what's happening, and then, and a few trades are going to lose, a few are going to break even. There's going to be frustrating, and then occasionally they'll crack on, and I'll get 100% in a week. It's just like I've just got to play the ebbs and flows of the game to get a read on the market. Does that make any sense?
No, it does. It does. And real quick before we sign off, what would I want to see now? Now I want to see it go down much further. Now I want to see the S&P go down much further and give me another opportunity at a much lower price at either 10:30 or 11 a.m. Ideally, the more we fall into 11 a.m., the the better my odds of doing the same exact thing at 11 a.m. from a much lower level for a much bigger snapback. Because this trade failed, but it failed without losing me any money. And Bitcoin is struggling a bit, but that's the stop loss. And you know what? If this candle closes red and the next candle starts red, I would be raising that stop loss and taking a smaller loss than right now I'm set to. So I don't think we're going to sit here for 5 more minutes, but just be aware that the worst case scenario is a $300 drop before the stop loss. That's the worst case scenario. Because once this candle closes, this candle is not green. I'm setting my stop loss to the bottom of this candle. Like that's how high that stop loss is going to be. That would lower my risk. Like Matt said, we're expecting this to reverse immediately. So with like a minute or two to go, I'm already ready to set the stop loss to the bottom of this candle. And that's it. Because this should be a green candle above the reversal candle. This is already failing my trade. I'm already not as happy on this trade as I was during the entry. So this thing needs to reverse and go up immediately. This needs to be a green candle. In fact, this needs to be a green candle breaking the prior candle's high. And with less than 4 minutes to go, let's see how that works out. Now, coordinates here. Oh, yeah, that's close enough. 68 and $3. All right. This is, maybe we will wait till this candle ends. And now the risk goes from $300 to $100. There it is. That's the risk. So you can leverage that as much as you like, as much as you can stand. But for me, that would be Bitcoin drops $100. If you're 10x leveraged on one Bitcoin, you lose 1,000.
Be careful when you do this at home if you're 100x leveraging, because you've got to account for the commissions on the exchange. You can
Right.
just say, "Oh, I just lost $100, lost $100, lost $100." You just keep doing that, and you'll cut your account to shreds. Be real careful. Account for your trading fees.
Right. So technically, I was supposed to raise this stop loss after the candle ends, but with 2 minutes to go, I'm probably already out. Because, like I said, what I'm going to do, wait 2 more minutes and then take a lower down tick? No, I'm already out. So my initial risk, I was willing to risk 300, but I lowered that to 100.
I gotta
And
get off the show. I gotta get off the show. I gotta
yeah,
watch my.
we're going to get going. Matt's got to exit that trade. Something he should have done at 70,500, but he's doing it now. It's okay. All right, Matt.
Maybe, maybe. All right. See you, mate. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, share it with your friends, blah, blah, blah. We will see you tomorrow.